it would start in a couple of seconds for you as well.
Yeah, it has started already.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now let's go live. So once we're live, you would see people trickling in, and I'll confirm the people count in the chat as well. So we're gonna go live in 3, 2, and 1.
So welcome back, everybody. We hope that you enjoyed that B2B matchmaking session. We checked on a few of you just to make sure that people were able to use the platform and the matchmaking was working. And I'm really happy that to report that the matchmaking definitely was taking place amongst our different business owners. So this is how you are able to find partners to be able to expand your business globally. So Dr. Lene, so we had a very successful B2B matchmaking session.
Nice. I love to hear that. Businesses need to know who they can partner with, who they match up with, so that there's some reciprocity in the process, because you can be out here all by yourself. And so I think that that's super amazing to have that built into this summit.
So that's great. So we're going to wrap up our closing session, and we wanted to see if there were any questions that anyone had. This segment is called Ask Melissa.
Ask Melissa. I'll ask a question.
Okay.
A question that I have heard as an undertone whenever you speak or you're talking or we're doing a challenge is, does my business work for this? Like everybody always asks, well, I sell horseshoes, you know what I'm saying? Like, does that work? I have a book on Braille, you know, like everybody always thinks that they are excluded. Like it can't be my business. What would you say to somebody who is sitting on the fence wondering, will this work for my business?
I would say to err on the side of yes, because in the US, you don't get a lot of support for expanding your business, and you're going to be getting less support for expanding your business. In the foreign market, it doesn't work that way. And that's what Eric was saying earlier. So if you're questioning, you're thinking, look, here's the thing, Dr. Lene, you know, some people have a I'll do it all, I'm every man, I'm every woman mindset in doing business. And they do everything. And everything is on their plate, and they're trying to close the contracts and run the business, and they're the expert. And, you know, at some point, you should get tired of trying to do it all by yourself. At some point. And you really don't know, I mean, how can I find funding? I got to make payroll. You carry all this stress by yourself, trying to find new customers, trying to find new contracts. So the passion that you see in us is getting people off the fence to say, just get in the game. Just get in the game. And I think that what we're doing is helping businesses to get in the game and say, hey, this is possible. So Eric was talking about Henderson, the last speaker. He was talking about how a young man bought iPads from Best Buy. So what he did was, and he's under 25. I was like, what is he under 25? And basically, for those of you who may have missed that part of the segment, he was talking about how Black Americans, we don't have any choice but to get into international business. And that this young man, he goes to the University of Maryland. Well, he went to the University of Maryland, got about 30 of his friends. Apple had a new iPad that was coming out. So he had 30 of his friends to stand outside at 3 in.the.morning to buy a new Apple product. He bought 300 of them through his friends. Yeah, he gave them the money. They went in, they got, because there was a limit on how many you could buy. He turned around and took those, and he shipped them and sold them for 3 or 4 times the price in the Middle East and in Africa, because they couldn't get access to that new technology as quickly. I would never think of that. I would never think of that. So when you say on the fence, yeah, if you're working way too hard, you're working way too hard to make money. It's just something that you don't know. That is the key. And the question is, getting off the fence to take that type of initiative.
I like that. If you're in the chat and you have a question, or if you're in the room, I should say, you have a question, throw it in the chat for me or down in the Q&A, and I can position it for Melissa. Oh, I see. Ask Melissa, got questions, drop them now. That's where you want to put them. Okay. So another question that I've heard or seen people ask a lot is, once they go into the program, let's say somebody wants to sign up for Momentum today, they're excited and they see the potential and they're ready to go. How long is it before they could potentially get a contract? And I know that this is kind of like a vague question, because it's going to be different for everybody, but that's something that people are wondering. Like, okay, so I sign up, what happens next? When do I make money, or when do I get a contract?
Well, this time around it's really different because we pre-screen the contracts. So before you make a commitment, so you reserve your seat at $9.97. We do a company review, and we will go over the list of contracts in advance that we have pre-screened. So you will be in front of 5 to 10 contracts when the program starts. And that's why we're only going to work with a small number of people. So we are pre-screening the contract. So you will walk through the door with 5 to 10 opportunities, and we will see which one you are going to go after. So as opposed to you chasing the contract, what we're going to do is say to all of these different 5 to 10 buyers, here are my services, and which one of you all want to do business with me first? That's how we're positioning the businesses.
I like that. You said, which one of you want to do business with me first?
Yeah, which one of you want to do business with me first?
That means that there's more than one company that you can do business with. This is not a one and done situation. If you're in the program for 12 months, you can get as many contracts as you can get, not just one.
Oh yeah. And not only that, once you deliver, because what we do is we tick boxes for many agencies, and now we're ticking boxes for agencies in other countries. So yeah, so whoever wants to do business with me first, that's who I'm going to do business with and deliver my service. And that's where I'm going to focus. And once my service is delivered, then I'm going to open my doors for the future contracts.
All right, I have a question for you. This is a Dr. Lene Javette question too. Let's say, I want to make sure, and help me if I'm asking this question wrong. Okay. Let's say someone signs up for Momentum. It's a 12-month program. They're here in the States, and they get a contract, let's say Saudi Arabia. Do they have to go to Saudi Arabia? How does that work? Yeah. When you're here, do you have to travel to the trade show there? Do you stay here? Are you doing the work? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so the way you start is we start online. We have all of our businesses to start the meetings online, because you should never go to a country and you're not in a position to close a contract, because virtually it doesn't make sense. So for example, the government can put you in front of 5 buyers virtually to sell your service or your product before you even hop on a plane. Once you get the buyer, then you hop on a plane and you head to Saudi Arabia in order to close that deal. But for you, what I would tell you is, like you were talking about your conference being there as an example. And so I want to use you as an example. What is your goal of your conference being in Dubai?
So listen, it's so simple. When we did the first Black Power, I did a virtual room, and our virtual room was in Dubai. And so that year, everybody was like, we should go to Dubai for year 5. And I was like, okay, let's go to Dubai for year 5. And so year 5 will be 2026. And so we're going to Dubai to the Black Power conference there, simply because we can. You know, Black women, we like to travel. We're going to get out here and go to Dubai and have us a conference. So that's literally it. Now, from what is the purpose perspective, of course, it is to empower, to teach about business. It's networking. It's to allow Black women international travel. So it'd be basically what we do online, but abroad.
So give me an example of one of your companies that will go with you.
Oh, I don't know. It will vary.
Just choose one and tell me what they do. And I want to use that as an example.
Let's see. I have an author.
Okay. And they've written 1, 2, 3 books.
I think she's maybe written 2 books and she's helped maybe 5 other people publish.
Okay, and what transformation is she offering?
Helping people to get their books published.
Okay, so instead of just taking her there, just just to network and do all that with each other, you can have the Department of Commerce to host your event. And you can have your own trade mission. It does, you can host
The
your
women
own
that I'm bringing.
for the women that you're bringing. You can host your own, and then you can get that trade mission certified by the Department of Commerce. And what they will do is they will go out and find buyers to buy her services to help convert people's books. And the beautiful thing is, if you have an author that is has written in Arabic and they want to write in English, then she can help them with converting the book into English. Yeah, she can do that. And so what you want to do is, once they get there, yes, you have, there's a whole cultural experience, the entertainment experience, but make money while you're on the ground. Find people that are going to buy from you. And then on top of that, once you become a certified trade mission, your PowHer conference, then they can apply for grant funding in order to reimburse them for their travel. Because this is an official trade mission. And so, and it's up to 10 grand. Yeah, it's up to $10,000. See, this is what I'm telling you about positioning yourself to know that for each one of the companies that travel with you, you certify your conference as a trade mission, where you are bringing Black women to whichever country, to Dubai, and you want the embassy. Tanya is in Dubai, so we heard from her this morning. You already know she's looking to work for us. So we say, Tanya, so Dr. Lene wants to bring 20, 30, 40 women. We want to have each of those women for you to find 5 buyers for each one of those women. And while you're there, and you put them in front of those 5 buyers. And so you take the process of, and you say to all of your attendees, it's $10,000. Here's the STEP grant. This is how you get reimbursed for this money. Now, instead of waiting to get there, you set up the meetings virtually online so that they can start to sell their books or whatever. And by the time they get there, they're looking to close the contract. That's how you leverage that. And you can do that anywhere in the world. Like if you took your PowHer conference on a international road show, you can do that. And the government, this is what I'm telling you, the government will help you do it.
Our government or their government? Their government over there, wherever I'm going.
No, U.S. government.
Oh, the U.S. government.
The U.S. government has an embassy in the UAE, right, in Abu Dhabi. That embassy will help you organize your conference. Okay. The term that Tanya used this morning was single company promotion. What that means is that they will promote one company and it will be your company, and they will send out on their letterhead to everybody, they auntie and they uncle, to come and meet with your businesses and buy from your businesses. That's what the U.S. government will do for you.
Okay. All right, well, I've asked a lot of questions. Let me see if there's any questions in the chat, or if there's anything that I have not asked that I'm like, man, you're always such a wealth of information. Anytime I get a chance to sit with you or talk to you, you're like a wealth of information.
Mm-hmm. And let me say, Dr. Lene, you got 2 years to plan. You have 2 years to plan this out, and you have the audience that will travel with you because you have thousands of people that follow you. And so for people who want to plan this 2 years out, I mean, even at Black and Global, like there are Black travel agencies that will organize this for you. I mean, it's extremely doable for you to, once a year, once every 2 years, to go to a different part of the world to give your businesses that opportunity to travel and make money and experience culture.
I love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might have to get in on this because it's time. I'm ready to go international. You know, I think as entrepreneurs, we all sit around hoping and praying, wanting to go someplace, or just travel for the sake of, you know, going international. But when you really think about it and you realize that you can marry the two, me specifically, my love of travel with my love of business, and I can go and travel, and my business will pay for it, or my country will pay for it. So I'm doing both of the things that I love. I'm talking to people, I'm educating, I'm teaching them about business, but I'm also enjoying myself and I'm traveling it and whatnot. So I think it's a beautiful coming together of those two things as a business owner. You can make money here in the United States, you can make money abroad, you can travel internationally, you can have those experiences, and you're making money.
This is the key thing to closing the contracts. And I'm going to tell you, when you mentioned the foreign government, that's an added bonus because they give you tax incentives. And let me blow your mind a step further. Hold on to your hair for this one. Hold on to your hair now. So, and these are all a lot of steps that you take, but all you got to do is start. You know, if it's you and 3 people, if it's you and 5 people, if you go to Dubai and you want to meet with another woman's organization, meet with another woman's organization and you get started. And then each year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But the beautiful thing about the process is you are working with people who want to help you make money. And then you have their government offers you incentives like in this way. You get tax incentives, you get custom incentive. And in the United States of America, if you are selling your product or service overseas and you are selling to a foreign buyer, your tax reduces. Now, I know for other folks that might not be sexy, but as a tax lawyer, your tax rate reduces on those transactions from 21% to 13%. Yeah, it drops.
I know, man, that's a lot.
Yeah, but the reason is because the US government wants to incentivize businesses to export. The whole purpose of this tax code is to help people understand how to export. If I could do anything in my lifetime, Dr. Lene, I want to teach businesses how to play the game. You know, this is the only piece that you're missing is how to play the game. You don't understand how the tax code is a behavior modification tool. If you do and align your business to what the government is putting money behind, like exporting, like creating jobs, this is why people that you see that have all of these contracts and make all of this money, it's only because they know how to play the game. Yeah. And that's what we bring to the table to help businesses do.
And realize that it's a game. Like a lot of people are like, I'm not playing no games. But you are. We're all playing a game. So you want to know how to play it and what the rules are, and etc. So anything that you'd like to share with anybody before we get out of here?
So no, I mean, it's been a wonderful day. So let me say, yeah, it's been a wonderful day. I'm grateful to all of the resources that we have. I'm grateful for all of the people who are pouring into our businesses. And I'm looking forward to day 2, where we have even more powerful speakers. And listen, tomorrow we're going to have a real interesting fireside chat with Black youth from around the world. Yeah, we're going to be talking with Black youth from different countries. And we're going to be talking about economic empowerment. We're going from age 9 all the way up to age 37. Yeah. 9.
So that's a wide range, 9 to 37.
Listen here, these young people, like, I want to make money too, you know? Yeah. And so, but I want to show that even young little people are selling globally. You know what I mean? So it's, if there's anything I could get people to do just to change their mindset, if the babies can sell globally, you know? So, but we're going to have a fireside chat and we're going to hear from them what they think about going global, growing globally, and how, you know, what they think of their family and their parents in terms of what are they looking, you know, for their parents to do for them and leave. So I'm looking forward to day 2.
I'm excited for day 2 as well. I can't wait. I'll be back again.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Dr. Lene, for hosting us today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here at the Virtual International Trade Center and in the social media world. So you still have an opportunity to join us tomorrow. You have the opportunity to go and register and be a part of our trade summit. We would love to have you and help you to open doors around the world. And as I always say, I am your sister and servant, Melissa Muhammad. We are the Black and Global Business Network, globalizing our connections. I hope y'all can see that we globalizing our connections, keeping us in the Black, and we'll see you around the globe. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Bye, everyone.